What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today I got me a Eufy indoor cam E30. Okay, so remember the model number because there's going to be two other cameras out there that looks exactly like this. Now you got to look at the model number because the E30 is the highest end version of those three camera. This one right here even have Apple HomeKit, which like I don't really use. I don't know anyone else out there uses it, but yeah, they even included it in here. This one though, the biggest difference to me is the 4K versus the other ones that I have is 1080p. But yeah, anyway, this is the latest and the most high-end one. But at the same time, I think you already saw the price on this thing. It's not a price that I would say, whoa, you know what? Hold on here, right? This is actually affordable for a 4K security camera. The thing about Eufy, and I'm gonna unbox this as I talk through that because I have been using them for the past year. The reason why I like them is because of this right here. No fee. You see this up here? By the way, even on their little app, they don't try to sell you, you know, the monthly fee or anything like that either. Okay. Now, as long as you're in the ecosystem, you are pretty good. There's no fees at all. And I have been so enjoying it, because I just buy the camera, the feature that it lists on the camera, like 4K or how long it records and things like that. It's all on the camera. Yeah, as long as you know you have the SD card and stuff like that, or the home base is what they call it. I have the home base, so all I need to do now is just add on these camera when they come out, and it just works. Yeah, I'm really loving the whole no fee thing, okay? Because now I can buy whatever camera I want. Some of the other security camera that I have been using in the past, usually they're listed on the box, but then once you open it up, in order to use those features, you have to, you know, subscribe to their services and things like that. With Eufy, there's none of that. Granted, you need the hardware, which is what I think all the little fees comes into play. But once you get the home base, which is, you know, the attachments where it records everything into, yeah, it's and it's fast. It's super fast. When I hop on my app and I view this thing, it's fast. That's the biggest difference for me that I noticed in Eufy security camera, is that for some reason it's just a lot faster than any other service out there. Maybe they don't have to go and talk to the web before it gets onto my phone, but it's so much faster. My doorbell, when someone rings, I actually can tap on that and see someone right away. Yeah, anyway, 4K, okay, versus the other ones, the other model, you can probably search that on Amazon, and it's like 1080p, so don't get it confused, but they look really the same. I'm not sure why they did this. They should have just changed out the base to black or something. I don't know. Anyway, guys, USB-A to USB-C cord, really nice there. Even has the power brick as well. So it has this little base right here, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. So what you do is you can screw the base onto like a wall or anything like that. If you want to mount on a wall, screws are included. And then once it's mounted on the wall, let's say this is a wall and it stays there, you just snap the camera on there and lock it in place. That's it. Yeah, it has all the little well, here, let me just show you right here. So yeah, you just lock this in place and it stays there. Okay, and when you want to get it out, you just snap it off and boom, it's good right there. All right, and then if you flip the camera, you can put an SD card in there and it'll record onto the SD card, and you close it up. Yep. So now I noticed the difference between this camera and like I have some other brands as well, where it has the pan and tilt like this. It gives you that privacy if you want to turn this off on the app. If you turn it off, some of the other brands they would close the lens, but this one doesn't do that. Okay, so just an FYI on that one. Bottom right here, there's USB-C right there. So you just plug that baby in, and we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna give it a try, by the way, and let you see the footage on this one. Let me just plug this one in. So yeah, the cord would just be right there. I think I'm supposed to hear a snap. There we go. That's the snap. By the way, the reset button is down here, so don't forget that. Okay, if you ever need to reset your camera. Yeah, guys, these webcams are not webcams. These security cams are really low powered security camera, so you don't need a lot of you don't need a lot of power to it. You just need a small brick like this. I mean, I'm using a power bank, so just to give you guys a test. Okay guys, so right now the Eufy E30, it's actually on right now, and it's hooked up to my phone, hooked up to network. I've set it all up, firmware update, the whole 9 yards. And so let me just use the Eufy app real quick and then show you guys the result that's coming straight from this thing. Now again, this thing is 4K, right? That's the special feature about this. You can get a similar looking camera, but one of them is at like 1080p or something like that. This is the high-end ones, okay? Even though they look the same, it's kind of weird. Can you see this? Yeah, you can probably see this right here, right? So anyway, this is the streaming version. So what that means is that it's not going to stream 4K. You probably don't want it to stream 4K because your network's got to be really, really good for it to Wi-Fi to 4K. You can don't get me wrong, but I don't think you would want that. Streaming, you probably want to keep it at 1080p. But the recordings, that's where the 4K comes into play. But here with the streaming, it looks pretty good already. In my opinion, I can't ask for a lot better than, you know, streaming off of a live feed. You know what I'm saying? So this is right here. Now, let's see if I can do a recording. So when I record, it's going to record in 4K. And also, whenever it records some kind of motion or something like that, it will record that in 4K as well. And so that's I think that's the most important part right there, is that when you need that footage, you want it to be high res 4K resolution, right? So once again, this thing, you don't need any fees or anything like that, because it can record straight onto the SD card, and it will show you whatever is on the SD card through your network. And then at the same time with me, I have home base, which is, you know, that box you put the hard drive in. This thing is recording to that hard drive right now, and then I can just literally view it off of here. And yeah, it'll give me it'll record the 4K footage and store it over there. I really love this company when it comes to home security, because I've been using them for the past year or so and recommend it to everyone that I know, and so far they've been satisfied as well. And so yeah, Eufy is the way to go when it comes to home security now, mainly because no fees or anything like that. You just got to do some upfront costs, which is like the home base or SD cards or things like that. But if you just want one camera, you probably just want to get this one and then just put the SD card in there, and I think you're pretty much set. But then once you move into like a bigger house or something like that and you need multiple camera, this can be upgraded as well. Anyway, maybe that will be in the next video or something like that. But so far so good with these Eufy, I found. Anyway, whenever they come out with a new one, I always try to grab it because they keep getting better and better because of the, like this one right here, 4K. So anyway, have a good one. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.